Today is a big day. I'm sending out my first direct mail campaign with the hopes of landing $1 million property. So far, I've been buying single family homes and duplexes, and as you guys saw in episode 1 of this series, it's time to think bigger and of course, bring you guys along for the journey with me. If you guys don't know what direct mail is, it's the process of identifying properties that you might want to buy and sending the owner of the property a piece of mail. That mail piece basically tells them a little bit about yourself and asks them to call you if they're interested in selling. And you don't have to wait until you're trying to go big like me to start with direct mail. I actually wish I had started with it earlier because it's not all that expensive to get started, as I'm gonna show you guys, and it is one of the most successful real estate marketing strategies, both for multifamily properties and single family properties. So in today's video, not only am I gonna show you the tips that I'm using on this direct mail campaign to hopefully find success, but I'm also gonna show you the software that I'm using behind the scenes to make this campaign run smoothly. And the sponsor of this video, Deal Machine, has given me the chance to give you guys an extra $100 in marketing credits, which would be enough for 180 direct mail pieces or 700 free skip traces. I'll tell you exactly what you need to do to win those, but first, let's open up some mail. It's here. This is exciting. All right, let's open this bad boy up. Here they are. This is our first list. Second list. Look at these letters, man. But there's the handwritten font. Handwritten by a robot. Yeah, you're definitely opening this. Like if you get one of these letters, you're definitely opening it. That's dope. So our first list was a driving for dollars list, which had 55 contacts. Our second and third lists were not driving for dollars. They were lists that I pulled online. One of them was like 2 to 5 units or 2 to 4 units in my investing area, and then the other one was 5+ units in my investing area. In the next video, I'll show you guys how I pulled those lists, and in episode 1 of this series, you saw how I did the driving for dollars with Deal Machine, all to get these Ballpoint Marketing letters. So, man, this is exciting. I kind of want to open one, but I kind of know I shouldn't. But I will put on the screen right now a image of what the actual letters inside of these envelopes look like. Yeah, so this is the other thing. So this company, Call Porter. Okay, I'm gonna quickly interrupt myself because there are 2 things that I just wasn't clear on when I first started this process that I wanna make sure you guys understand. Also, there's a storm going on outside, so if you hear some wind or lightning, can you hear lightning? No, you can't hear lightning. If you hear some wind or thunder, ow, just ignore it. Okay, so first, I didn't realize that the direct mail was actually going to come directly to me and then I would send it out. And the reason behind this actually does make sense because when the mail comes to me, I can drop it at my local post office, and so it'll have a local postage stamp. This is just a small detail that might help the person who's receiving the letter actually open it and make them feel like I'm a more legitimate local investor. The second thing I wasn't clear on was, in all of my excitement about sending out the mail, I wasn't actually sure what would happen when someone got it and decided they wanted to call and talk about selling me their property. This entire direct mail campaign is going to be 5,000 pieces, and I wasn't really sure if 5,000 different people would be getting my cell phone number. Would I be getting 5,000 calls and texts all around the same time? The answer is no. And this is where I'm bringing 2 new tools into my business to help me out. There's gonna be Call Porter and Resimply. So here's how everything works together. I drive for dollars using the Deal Machine app, and I log in the properties that I would be interested in purchasing. Right through the Deal Machine app, I can send out the Ballpoint Marketing letters to the owners of those properties. Once the homeowner receives it and decides they might wanna sell, they can just call the number on the letter. That number is not my cell phone number. In fact, because I have 3 separate lists that I'm sending mail from, 1 list from driving for dollars and 2 from pulling leads online, each of those letters is going to have a different phone number on it based on one of the 3 lists that it came from. That way, when they call the number, I will know what list did that lead come from. Was it a driving for dollars lead, or was it a lead from online from a specific set of criteria that I used to make the list? But whatever list it is, when a homeowner calls that number, the call is answered by Call Porter. They are like a call center made for real estate. And what they do do is they answer the call and they evaluate the lead. And they'll do this using the second piece of software, which is Resimply. Now, many of you who have been watching this channel for a while know that from the very start of my journey about a year ago, I was using all types of free tools to help me spend less money while I was still trying to get some income generated from this business. But now that things have really grown and the business is starting to generate some income, it's time to reinvest and get bigger and better tools. So the CRM that I'm using is Resimply. I'll be doing a complete tutorial of it for you guys as I continue to dive in. But the first thing I want to show you is how the folks at the Call Porter call center use Resimply to communicate with me and really keep all the information in one place. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is my Resimply dashboard, and you can see that it's completely blank because this is my first time using it for this direct mail campaign. But when I come over to the left and I go down to general, there's this thing right here that says web form. And this web form is what the folks at Call Porter see automatically when someone from my direct mail campaign calls them. At first, there's just very basic info in terms of what phone number called, what the last name was, first and last name, and what the lead source was from. So this will get filled in automatically because those phone numbers are connected with the particular lead source. So my driving for dollars number has a very specific driving for dollars number, and so on. And when we scroll down, the folks at Call Porter are just gonna have a conversation with the homeowner who's called interested in selling to get the answers to as many of these questions that say visible as possible. So they're gonna get the name. We don't need them to get the owner's mailing address. That's why it says hidden. The number of bedrooms and bathrooms, approximate square feet. I really don't need them to ask about the year built or the lot size. Those are things I could figure out on my own. But they're generally just gonna try to get some information, like if it's a multifamily, what's the makeup of the different units, how many are occupied versus not, and so forth. And you can go in here and you can hide or make these questions visible, or you can customize them and write in your own questions that you want answered. And once Call Porter has that conversation and they get as many answers as possible, they have access to my calendar and they can see the blocks of time that I've already set aside to be meeting with homeowners and going on appointments to properties. So they'll go ahead and book me an appointment with that homeowner at their earliest convenience, so I can then go in, start building rapport with them, see the property, and hopefully close the deal. Back to the Resimply dashboard, it's also going to show me how many open leads I have, what the lead source was, and I can also track things like leads, appointments I went on, how many offers I make, and of course how many contracts that I close. So a full tutorial of this is coming in as I start to dive in, but I'm really excited about having a CRM solution that is made specifically for real estate and not just a random CRM that people kind of customize for real estate. I did get the chance to connect with Ballpoint Marketing, just with the owner of the company through Instagram, but if you want to send out mail pieces through Ballpoint Marketing, the easiest way to do it is through the Deal Machine app. But also, Deal Machine has agreed to partner with me and do a giveaway. So I'm gonna be doing a challenge, and the winner of the challenge is gonna get over 100 pieces of these types of Ballpoint Marketing letters for you to send out so you can do your own direct mail campaign right along with me. So stay tuned, I'm gonna tell you the details of that challenge, how to enter, and hopefully how to win. But for now, let's go send these things out. All right, so before we hit the post office, we're gonna drive by the job site and check out what's going on because there's a lot of work happening today and I want you guys to see it. Let's go. For those of you who are new to the channel, you might not have seen my first time flipper series where I'm documenting all of the properties that I'm renovating this summer. I've transitioned from wholesaling to actually keeping the properties, and while I'm not technically flipping them, I am doing some big renovations. And so far we've had 5 units that we've completed and are now rented out. And this current project is gonna be units 6 and 7. I'll link the entire playlist for you in the description below because that's where I share all of the details about these properties. But as a sneak peek, the property that you're seeing now was purchased for $145,000. It's gonna be a $75,000 renovation, and we want this property to be worth $260,000 when everything is said and done. This project should add around $40,000 to my net worth in the form of equity, as well as about $800 per month in monthly cash flow. And because I know people are curious, I used a commercial loan that is specifically made for burring properties. And so it starts off as an interest only purchase and renovation loan, and then after the cash out refinance transitions into a traditional mortgage. For this loan product with my specific commercial lender, I have to put down 20% of the purchase price. So on the $145,000 purchase, I put down $29,000, and 100% of the funds necessary for the rehab are funded by the loan. If you're curious about finding funding options like this, check out episode 2 of this First Time Flippers series, where I show you all 4 different types of funding I'm using this summer, including this commercial BRRRR loan. Okay, so this is what it looks like from the side. Basically, I'm standing in my neighbor's yard right now, and for one, this is our old foundation. Like, the people who made this addition, the outside wall was sitting on this, and you can see it's all cracked up. There's a bunch of tree roots and everything in it. And so our old wall was sitting right here on top of this, and it just wasn't sturdy at all. You could see gaps in it and all of that. Plus, it was 5 inches onto my neighbor's property line. Now, do they care? No, they're super cool. They don't have any problem with us being over here. But if they go to sell their property to someone in the future and that person gets a survey done and it says your neighbor's house is a little bit on your yard, they could then have a problem with us. So while we're here, we just want to get it fixed, get it all, you know, done the right way. So it kind of serves 2 purposes. We move the wall inwards onto our new concrete, which is going to be a better foundation for it, and we get off our property line. And then since we're doing all of that, it just makes sense to go ahead and raise the level of the roof. So this piece right here, that's the old height of our roof. So we're adding like a foot to this little area, because again, this is going to be bathroom and closet. So that area, while it will be 6 inches skinnier, it'll be about a foot taller. So yeah, they're making great progress. And they're doing this today so that tomorrow, when the roofers are done there, they can come over here and put a new roof on this. It's looking good. All right, everything's looking good here. Let's go drop off this mail. All right, it's a little windy, but we're here. We're gonna just drop these pieces of mail in the mail collection site. So the reason that we're dropping these on a Saturday is from basically the advice of the person who runs Ballpoint Marketing, Ryan Dossie. Shout out to him. He basically said that you want your mail to arrive at the time when it's gonna be most well received to the person you're sending it to. So if it arrives on a Monday, they're probably pretty busy with everything that they've already got to do. And if it arrives on a Friday, they're probably already thinking about the weekend and getting away from stuff like this. So we're dropping on a Saturday in the hopes that it lands in the hands of our potential sellers on Tuesday or Wednesday, the middle of the week, when they're most likely to be in the groove of working, and will pick up the phone and call us. So let's see. Ugh. I'm gonna spread them out just in case. I don't know, spread out my risk. And the last big one. All right, my first direct mail campaign. That's 395 pieces of mail sent out. Huge shout out to Deal Machine and Ballpoint Marketing for helping to make this happen. And now let's go back to the office so I can tell you how you can win the giveaway I'm doing to get over 100 pieces of direct mail completely for free. I'll tell you about it right now. So you can probably tell that I'm super excited about my first direct mail campaign, and I hope that this has made you super excited about doing your own marketing campaign and trying to hunt down your next deal. And that's why I asked the sponsor of this video, Deal Machine, to give a little something special for my audience. In the description of this video, I'm gonna have a link to the typical 7-day free trial. And that comes with not only 7 free days playing around with the app, but you're also gonna get about 50 free direct mail pieces or about 200 free skip traces. But for my audience specifically, I have the chance to give one of you a little bit more. The winner of my October Deal Machine challenge is gonna get an extra $100 in marketing credits. That means an extra 180 free pieces of direct mail or an extra 700 free skip traces. And for the chance to win, just 3 easy steps. First, subscribe to the channel. Should already be there, but simple to do if you haven't done it already. Second, you're gonna use the Deal Machine app. You can use your free 7-day trial to do this, but you've gotta drive for dollars and log 100 properties. And third, hit me up over on Instagram and send me a DM with a screenshot from your Deal Machine app showing me you've logged the properties. All you've gotta do is open up Deal Machine, hit the top left where you can go to your profile, hit driving, and then scroll down to the bottom where it says tracked routes, and you're going to see all the times you've driven and all the leads that you've added. So you can see here the 44 leads that I added from episode 1 of this video. And all you've got to do is once you hit 100 properties added, doesn't have to be all at once. You could drive a couple of times to get those numbers up. But once you hit 100, take a screenshot, send me a DM on Instagram. And as long as you're subscribed to me here on YouTube, you'll be entered to win the October Deal Machine Challenge. That's it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, log 100 properties on the Deal Machine app, send me a picture of it on Instagram. The deadline is 11:59 p.m. on October 31st, Halloween. And a couple of days later, I'll be announcing and contacting the winner on Instagram. So if you're fired up like I am to start growing your business and really hunting down your next deal, hit the link in the description to start that 7-day free trial. Get out there and drive to log your 100 properties and hit me up on Instagram. Until next time, don't forget to change the color of the like button before you go. And as always, thanks for watching.